Hello students, today we are going to learn 7th standard science chapter 2, that is plants, structure and function. So students, do you remember last time we learned roots, types of roots and stem. So today we will learn leaf, flower and fruit. So let's begin with leaf. Leaves grow from the nodes on a stem. Leaves are generally thin, flat and green in color. The broad, spread out part of the leaf is called the leaf blade or lamina, and its edge is called the leaf margin. Leaf margins may be entire, dentate or lobed. So children, the tip of the leaf is called the leaf apex. It is at the top of the leaf. It may be tapering, pointed or rounded. Leaves of some plants have a stalk called a petiole. Leaves of some plants do not have a petiole. The portion of the leaf attached to the stem is called the leaf base. Small leaf-like structures may be present near the leaf base. These are called stipules. So children, observe the figure carefully. By observing this figure, you will understand all parts of leaf. So students, you should learn these concepts as they are very important. Now children, we are going to learn simple leaf and compound leaf. Leaves of some plants have a single undivided leaf blade and a single midrib. Such leaves are called simple leaves. However, the leaf blade of leaves in some plants is divided into many small parts called leaflets. Such leaves are called compound leaves. So children, do you understand the difference between simple leaf and compound leaf? Simple leaf and compound leaf are the two main types of leaves. Now students, you all have to do one activity. See, in our surroundings so many plants are available. So take a branch of plants like rose, neem, coriander, hibiscus, etc. and observe these plants' branch and leaves carefully. In different plants, the arrangement of leaves on the stem is different. It may be alternate, opposite, whorl, spiral or decussate, etc. Alternate leaf arrangement. There is one leaf per plant node and they are at alternate side. Now opposite leaf arrangement. On these trees and shrubs, two leaves arise from the same node on opposite sides of the stem. Whorl leaf arrangement. When a tree or shrub has a whorl leaf arrangement, there are at least 3 leaves at each node. And now decussate or spiral leaf arrangement. In decussate leaf arrangement, two successive pairs of leaves occur perpendicular to each other. According to shape, there are different type of leaves. Leaves are rounded, obovate, palmate, lanceolate, linear, etc. Now students, we move further to parallel venation and reticulate venation. Parallel venation describes a condition in leaves when all the veins of a leaf are parallel to each other. In such leaves, the veins usually run parallel to one another, from the base of the leaf to the tip of the leaf. Now reticulate venation. When the veins are arranged in either web-like or network-like all over the lamina, it is known as reticulate venation. Children, as we know, different types of flowers are seen in nature. They are various in shapes and attractive in colors too. Their fragrance attract the insects and bees. Now children, I will play one video about parts of flowers. So observe this carefully.
Parts of a flower. The flower is a reproductive organ of a plant. Though flowers are of different shapes, sizes and colors, most flowers have the same basic parts. Let us get familiar with the parts of a flower. The main parts of a flower are pedicel and thalamus, the leaf-like calyx or sepals, the attractively colored corolla or petal, the andrecium or stamen, and the gynoecium or pistil. The flower is borne on a stalk called the pedicel. The uppermost part of the pedicel is swollen. This is called the thalamus. The stamen, which is the male part of the plant, consists of the filament and a two-lobed head called the anther. The anther has pollen grains that take part in reproduction. The female part of the plant is made up of the stigma, which is the terminal part of the pistil, the thread-like structure called style and basal swollen part called the ovary. The ovary has ovules which contain the female reproductive cells called ova.
So students, now we will do one interesting activity. Take a vertical section of a hibiscus flower with the help of a sharp blade. By cutting the flower vertically from stigma to pedicel, both sections of the flower will be seen to have the same structure. By trying out this activity, you will understand each and every part of flower.
Now children, what do you mean by pollination? After maturity, anthers burst and the pollen grains which are released fall on the stigma. This process is called pollination. Due to pollination, ovules, egg cells in the ovary get fertilized. Fertilized ovules form the seeds and the ovary develops into a fruit.
Fruit. We eat many different type of fruits. Each type of fruit has its own characteristics. There are variations in their shape, color, taste, etc. Mango contains only one seed, whereas jackfruit contains of many small fruitlets, each with its own seed. Each fruit has a different skin or shell, fleshy part and seed. In case of fruits like cashew, its seeds is outside the fruit. Seeds which get divided into two equal parts are called dicotyledonous seeds. Seeds which do not divide into two equal parts are called monocotyledonous seeds. Thank you students.